I have been on the internet for a very long time, and because of that, I ended up seeing the rise and fall of a lot of content creators. And I ended up learning that there are some things on the internet that you just can't do. And if you are a content creator who gets caught doing one of these things, it is over for you. The career that you spend years building up is basically over, and you should just start packing things up because you are going to get kicked out. It's not going to be looking good for you at all. And one of those things is being too cringe. This is something that no one likes, which I think is extremely weird, because there's a lot of examples of content creators doing something absolutely terrible. Whether that's them being exposed for being a horrible person, or even, not so long ago, a bunch of extremely big content creators ended up getting exposed for straight up plagiarizing and stealing other people's work. And I know for a fact that most of those people are going to be completely fine. Nothing bad is going to happen to their career at all. And there's also people in this space who ended up doing something that's way more worse than that, like actually committing crimes, and they still have a career, they still get a bunch of views, and they still may be able to get sponsorship too. But if you're a content creator and you're just too cringe, that is just unacceptable. And this ended up happening to one very big content creator not so long ago. His name is JoeCat, and he ended up quitting the internet because he was too cringe, and it caused him to get harassed. And when I mean this guy actually got kicked off the internet, I'm serious. Now, he ended up posting this on his Twitter, basically saying that he's done. He's not going to make videos anymore, and if this is what it means to be a content creator, he doesn't want to do it anymore. And then, in the replies, he ended up explaining that he ended up getting harassed, doxxed, weird packages sent to him, and it has not been looking good for him at all. So, what happened? Well, all of this drama started 2 years ago, when he ended up releasing a video, I Like Girls. Now, this is a 30-second video that's on his YouTube channel. It currently has 11 million views, so a lot of people ended up seeing him. And it's a parody of a Lizzo song. I have absolutely no clue what that song is, but they ended up making a parody of the song. It's 30 seconds. Now, is the video a little bit cringe? Yeah, I think it is. But it's not really that much of a big deal. And all because one person thinks something is cringe doesn't mean everyone else has to. And who really cares if you post something and it's just a little bit cringy? Again, it's not really that much of a big deal. But on the internet, it was. Because he ended up posting this video, he ended up getting harassed heavily. And he ended up going deeper in the story on something that ended up linking in the first reply of the tweet. So we're going to go and look into that. So on the first part of this article that he ended up posting on a website that I've never heard of, on the first part he basically just explained what the video is about, and I already said that. And then he ended up saying that everything was going fine. The response to the video was extremely positive, and everyone in his community and the people who ended up watching the video absolutely loved it. They thought it was amazing, until apparently the video ended up going mainstream, and it blew up. And a lot of people started seeing it, and that's when everything fell apart. Apparently, the rest of the internet thought the video was too cringe, and when that ended up happening, they started harassing him immediately. He ended up saying that it was so bad that people were just sending random packages to his address, which I could just imagine how scary that could be. You just have random people over and over again sending you weird packages. And to make stuff even worse, people also went out of their way to try to dox his family and also try to threaten them and make fun of them too. And he also ended up saying that other people that he ended up looking up to and respecting, I'm going to make a guess that maybe there are other content creators that he ended up looking up to, were also making fun of the video too and saying that it was like extremely cringe, which is just insane to me. You make one 30-second video on the internet, some people think it's cringe, and now they're trying to go and basically ruin your life. And this was something that was happening for a really long time. He was just staying silent about it, and he didn't want to talk about it, so it just kept on getting worse and worse. And this whole drama and harassment he ended up getting ended up being so bad that he decided to quit. He didn't want to be a YouTuber anymore. He threw in the towel and he was like, I'm done. And he ended up saying in his response that I guess this means he's weak, which is something that I just don't really agree with. I don't think any content creator, unless they're an absolutely terrible person, then I don't really care. But if you're just a content creator and you're just making content, minding your own business, you don't deserve this kind of harassment. It's just something that's not right. And what ended up happening to this guy is pretty sad. Now, he ended up saying that he's taking an indefinite break. So there is a chance that he could come back, because we have seen this multiple times where a content creator will say, I'm taking a break, I'm leaving indefinitely, then they'll be back in like a couple of months, maybe because they end up realizing how much money they made as a content creator, so they want to get back to making that much money. So if you're a big fan of this guy, there is a high chance that he could come back, but who knows, I could be wrong. Now this whole situation is just an example of what I ended up talking about. This is a guy who made a video, and apparently a lot of people on the internet said that it was too cringe, and because of it, they went out of their way to basically ruin his life and make this guy, his family, and basically everyone he knows miserable, all because he made a cringe video. This is just something that you just can't do on the internet. You just can't be too cringe or your career is just completely destroyed. This is just something that I wanted to talk about. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.